By the end of this training, you'll learn how to start converting your followers into actual buyers that want to work with you. If you didn't know, your list of followers is actually a list of leads, and I'm going to show you how to start working that list so you can start generating clients overnight. Now, if you want to actually make this work, then you need to remove all distractions and you need to pay attention, because I'm going to show you exactly how to structure your social media profile and how to create content that will start converting leads for $0. Who else is showing you how to do that? But if you need me to add Subway Surfer to the bottom half of the screen just to satisfy your attention span, then go ahead and quit right now. This content, the content that I'm putting on this channel to help people, it is for serious individuals who want to scale their digital agency. This is not for iPad kids who need flashing lights every 2 seconds just to satisfy whatever dopamine hit they need. Now, if you are serious, if this is you, if you're the individual who wants to scale their digital agency and who wants to do it without wasting time and money, then let's go ahead and jump into this training and see what's going on. Now, if you need to, I would definitely recommend watching this video in 1.5 or 2x speed. However, that's completely up to you. Now, I'm going to be showing you the exact process I used to generate 98 customers for 100% free. Again, who else is doing that in the digital agency space, right? And just for proof, this is a screenshot from my Stripe account. You see 98 customers. You see when I started, this was around April of 23, and you see that I'm doing all of this for $0. That means it is a $0 CAC. That is a client acquisition cost. Most people are spending money to generate leads and clients. I'm spending $0. 100% free. Now, the first thing you need to understand is you need to stop closing and you need to start nurturing. Most likely you suck at getting your followers to buy from you because you keep trying to close them or get them on a meeting. Stop. Instead, you need to focus on fostering relationships that will lead to sales organically. That's why social media works so well. It nurtures leads at the same time. So you could have several followers and one piece of content is going to nurture all of them at the exact same time, as opposed to individual outreach. This means that it's going to prep your leads to buy. So it's not focused on closing clients, but rather building relationships so that when, not if, when the client is ready to buy, they're going to go with you over your competition. And so this essentially is working off of two, what I call the double sevens, right? The 7-hour rule and the rule of 7 touch points. So let's look at the 7-hour rule. The 7-hour rule says that the audience member needs to consume 7 hours of your content to become a lifetime fan. And according to the Harvard Business Review, we know that lifetime fans who feel a deeper connection with a brand are 52% more valuable. I covered that in the training right there, and there's a link in that document if you'd like access. That's where long-form content on a platform like YouTube will come into play, as you're going to see. Now, the next 7 is the rule of 7 touch points. The rule of 7 touch points says that it takes 7 interactions before someone wants to make a purchase. This is where social media in general comes into play, because we're going to use multiple mediums on different platforms to essentially target the audience's favorite platform. This is why we push people to follow us on social media. This is how we retarget them for free, and this is how we're going to have multiple touch points and interactions for 100% free. Now that we understand social media has some weight here, let's look at creating content that is actually going to convert followers into buyers, subscribers into clients. Social media is called social media. If you aren't social, then you won't exactly leverage it in the most effective way. When you act socially, you cannot focus on conversion. You can't push that into your offer, but rather converting them into your approach. So you don't want them to convert necessarily, because if that's your intention, it's not going to go well, but rather you want to convert them or conform them into your way of thinking. So when you make content, your content should focus entirely on 4 things and 4 things only. Number 1, you need to be human. Number 2, you need to share social proof. Number 3, you need to position yourself as an expert. Number 4, you need to hint at next steps. Now, you can do all of this in each piece of content or individual pieces of content for each point. Either way, social media is all testing, and the results will depend heavily upon both your niche and your audience. So let's look at number 1, be human. This is really simple. All you need to do is share your daily activities. So you've got your phone, take a picture of what you're doing. I could take a selfie right now and be like, hey, I'm making content, making a YouTube video, right? What you eat, work tasks you're doing, hobbies, lifestyle. Be a person, right? No one is going to watch your content if you're just yapping about your business 24/7 without any personality. For your profile picture, make your profile picture of you, not a logo. Remember, people want to work with people, not corporations. And you can fact check me on this. You've got all these high-end entrepreneurs who are doing very, very in-depth studies on this content and on this approach of essentially making what we call hybrid social media profiles and how they convert significantly higher than branded social media profiles. That's why these corporations are trying to act like individuals and injecting personality, because that's going to convert higher. Again, fact check me on that. Social proof. All you have to do is share screenshots of results, analytics, dashboards, metrics, text message screenshots, case study videos, anything that shows people, oh wow, his stuff does work. Oh wow, her stuff does work. Next, you want to create content, or in your content, you need to position yourself as an expert. Use a PAC framework. That's basically where you, number one, problem agitate. You agitate the problem, that acts as your hook. Number two, frame yourself. Why should we listen to you? Number three, old way bad, or the current way bad. Why is what everybody doing? Why is the mainstream way not good enough? Number four, new way good. Why is your way different and better, right? Those antithetical claims we've referenced. And then the fifth one, which is kind of optional, having a call to action. And you'll see the kind of call to action we use, because it's not just going to be link in bio, go buy me, go pay for my time, go pay for my service, go pay. It's not that, okay? And then the final thing you want to have is you want to have a hint at next steps. So these could be some of your call to actions, right? Again, you should not try to close in every video. You should not try to close in every video. Let's make this very clear. If you're trying to close, it is not going to go the way you want. So what you need to do is you need to push to just the next step, right? Closing is the last step. You need to push to just the next step in the client process, in the pipeline. And so examples would be, hey, follow, like, or comment. It could be, hey, I have a YouTube video on this. I'll put a link in the bio if you want to learn more. So now you're not saying pay me. You're saying, hey, go learn more, go get more free value. And then if you do want people to work with you, check it out. Don't tell them where to go. They will know where to go. They're going to go to your link in the bio, and they're going to see your offers. They're going to watch your long form YouTube content. They're going to find the link. I assure you they will, right? If you are going to have a call to action, you need to make sure that it is very simple, it is very clear, and you're only promoting it no more than 10% of your content. No more than 10% of your content should be you promoting it, okay? They will make sure that they find it. You just make sure that it's linked in your bio, in your profile, and in your long form content descriptions. Now let's look at the content types and the frequency that you should be using. Number one, long form content. Ideally, you want to do 1 a week. From what I've understood, 2 a week is best. It's very aggressive, but 2 a week is best for SEO from what I've been told by the SEO guys. So for video, you want to do 3+ minutes for short form platforms. You want to do that maybe 1 every 10 pieces of content. For your long form platforms like YouTube, you want to have your videos be between 8 and 20 minutes. You want to make sure you're focused on video sales letters, status delta content where you're showing why you're an expert, and problem agitating content. You should not be doing tutorials. Tutorials will friend zone you, because if somebody's looking up for a tutorial and they see your content, they're going to get what they need out of that, which is not from you. All they're going to do is watch your video, learn how to do it, boom, they don't need you anymore. So you do not want to do tutorials. What you can do instead, if you like tutorials, is you can do a walkthrough using like a Miro board or some kind of illustration. And then for your short form, you want to try to do 1 a day, minimum, I would say 3 times a week. Now for your posts, you can do a 1 to 2 minute read. These are text posts, 1 to 2 minute read. You want to make sure they're value packed only, and a light call to action, which could be, hey, I have a video that goes more in depth on this. If you want to use images for Instagram, Facebook, Pinterest, LinkedIn, whatever, your images should be lifestyle. They could be a nice little quote or soundbite, or social proof. That's it. It should not just be new product, whatever, new offer. It should be these 3 things, okay? And then you can have a caption, which again, light call to action to learn more. For your videos, again, problem agitating content. They should be focused on storytelling. So they should be focused on the story, or they should be driven, or the delivery mechanism should be storytelling. The best piece of advice I've heard here is tell a story only you can tell. That is how you're going to really create content that people enjoy. If you just start saying, here's 3 tips and tricks to do that, or here's how we do this, it's not going to go well, okay? I know, I've tried it myself, it doesn't work. And then record video lead magnets and hype for long form content. And I will actually link right here a training training I created on exactly how to do this if you would like it. And if you want that document or any of these documents you see me covering in my social media content, all you have to do is hit me up on Instagram at Alec J. Roy. Just give me a follow, sub to the channel, tell me what you want. I will send it to you 100% free of charge. No email, no phone number, no sacrificing anybody. Super, super easy, okay? Let's keep going. Stories. For your stories, you want to post 3 to 6 a day. Again, they're very informal. This is where you are a person. Look, that's it, okay? That's it. I'm eating. I'm out walking. Oh, we got to, whatever it is, whatever hobbies you're doing at the gym, right? It's lifestyle stuff. Next, you want to also do some things occasionally where you're engaging or interacting. So you can put up polls, questions, any kind of those, sliders, anything where you can basically have people engage with your content, right? Next, you want to put client wins. These are going to be screenshots of client happiness, success, and dashboards analytics. Anytime somebody texts you like, wow, this is really working, screenshot, that goes in your stories. You can repost those over and over again. And then you want to have your call to actions with your stories. This would be the only time where I'd say posting 1 to 2 call to actions a day, where it's basically just something like, hey, work with me. Hey, if you want results like this, hit me up. Hey, if you're curious about this, hit me up. If you're even interested in working with me, go to this link, right? Your stories is where you can spam your call to actions, but do it in this order, right? This is the only one where I'd say it's kind of optional, so I'll even put that in parentheses in case you ask for the document and it's clear for you. But you want to have your lifestyle, then your client win, then your ask, right? I'm a person, I'm good at what I do. Oh, if you want to work with me, here you go, okay? Let's keep moving. Which platforms you should use. This is a really simple one to cover. First, you should not be using every social media platform starting out. It is not sustainable and it will cause you to burn out. Instead, you need to understand where your audience is. What platforms do they use for both research and entertainment? Then you position yourself there. So let's look at some examples, right? For example, the trade individuals, so blue collar businesses in the trade fields like plumbing, electricians, construction, they love Facebook. Aesthetic based businesses, so anything with estheticians, car wraps, maybe fitness, right? Anything where the visuals are a really key play in the sales process, they're going to do really well on Instagram. Professional businesses, they just love LinkedIn and Twitter. I can't stand those platforms, but that is where they hang out. And then this is a really interesting one, actually. Female dominated industries love Pinterest. I don't know why men stay away from it. I don't know why, but I've seen so many female business owners, really, really intelligent women, use Pinterest to make quite a bit of money. Now, obviously, these are very generalized, right? So you need to hop on the platforms. You need to actually look around. Don't take my word for it. Go look for your audience. Next, let's play to the strengths of the platform. Everyone uses YouTube for long form, so be there. I have seen people who say, I made a video on kitchen remodeling or some kind of obscure blue collar trade, and I got a client off of it, and the guy is like 54 years old. He's like, I didn't know middle-aged men use Facebook. Yes, everybody uses YouTube. I didn't know middle-aged men use YouTube. I'm like, yes, everybody uses YouTube. So YouTube is a great one. So I would definitely say play your long-form content or put your long-form content on YouTube. Next, TikTok is great for exposure to new audiences, but it's based on interest-based, which means it's really bad at nurturing followers. Now, Instagram is the opposite of TikTok, which means it's great for nurturing, but it's really weak at finding new followers. Now, some people have good results on it. What I recommend is trying to use the two together, but you'll see what I recommend at the end just to start out, right? Now, a quick pro money-making tip, I would DM every new follower on Instagram. This is something I recommend my clients all the time, and ask what caused them to follow. So if you get a follow on Instagram, because Instagram is so good at nurturing, you can DM your followers very, very easily. And then you can ask them to follow, right? And if you're creating the problem agitating content that I outlined above, they're going to tell you, that piece of content that brought them in will tell you what their problem is, right? So if you made a content agitating getting new leads and they start following you, then you know, oh, they're struggling at finding leads in their industry, right? And then Facebook is great for communities. So for me, working with digital agencies, there's so many Facebook communities. Discord is another one that's really good at communities. So looking at communities, anything where it's like really, really social within a specific focus, Facebook's going to be good for that. Now, I would say use no more than 3 starting out, but the best at the bare minimum is using YouTube plus the platform with your audience. Next, you need to satisfy every follower. Don't worry, this is easier than you think. Whatever platform you need to use every medium of that platform. So if you're using Facebook, then you can post images, text, videos, stories. You can engage in groups, right? And you want to use all of those because your audience will consume content differently. So somebody may skip past all your videos but read all your posts. They might look at all your images but not pay attention to your stories. They may consume all your stories and nothing else. So that's why you need to use every medium. Some algorithms will actually promote you based on using multiple mediums. So if, for example, TikTok has a new feature, use that feature because it will actually promote you. Same with YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, everything, right? Now, that should not be your focus. Your focus should not be to satisfy the algorithm. Rather, you need to replace algorithm with audience if you want to make content that actually works. So satisfy your audience, but that is just a little algorithm hack to where you might get some free exposure. Now, we're going through a lot of information as always, but you need to stop stalling, okay? Now, you need to start making content. You know this. I know it. And now you know it, right? It's scary. It's new. Yes, I know. No, I do not care. And I'm saying that with the most love I possibly can because I've seen how much my low following accounts have forever changed my life with the amount of money they bring in on a regular basis. So now it is your turn. Pay attention. Most people, this is the biggest thing that I see with people in SASO University or people who DM me that they're stuck on content creation. Most people will try to plan like crazy. They're trying to be a perfectionist, okay? I've already taken the guesswork out of it. I've given you exact structure on how to make your long form content. And for your short form content, I've given you scripts in here. I've given you content types in here. But here's what you need to do. Go and make content. Let it be bad. Point is not to make great content. That's way too much pressure. Just go and make content so that way when you start engaging in cold DMs, when you start doing group engagement, when you start replying in comment sections, wherever you are, people will see your content when they check out your page or your profile and they'll start following and engaging with you. And I'll make another video exactly on how to start pushing people manually to your content. I do cover it in this training a little bit, so I don't want to waste too much of your time here, but don't focus on it being perfect. Just make the content, okay? As you make content, test everything, all right? Then look at your metrics and address your weak points. Here's how. Here's a screenshot or screenshot of a metric in YouTube. You can see average percent watch, view duration. They're not great numbers, and I can see where my drop off is. So what this would tell me is, okay, maybe I need to try to retain a little bit longer. Now it says 50% of viewers are still watching around the 30-second mark, which is typical. So okay, how can I get them to watch longer, or how can I get this number, this 50%, to go up to 55% or 60%, right? So let the metrics tell you where your weak points are, and then improve as you go. You won't know where your weak point is if you don't start making content, okay? So look at your retention metrics, look where people leave, look at the content to see what you did, look at the exact moment people are leaving, brainstorm what you could do better or differently, test, because I can't give you the answer, nobody can give you the answer, test and see what is going to increase retention engagement, and then repeat it. Okay. Now, next steps. What's next? It's simple. If you are even remotely interested in working with me, or letting me help you rather, with your social media content, with scaling your digital agency for $0 without paying me a single cent, okay, you can check out this link right here. I'll put it in the description of the video as well, and you can learn absolutely everything for 100% free. If you want a copy of this document, or if you have any questions, all you have to do is DM me on Instagram. I will give this document to you 100% free. Here is what the profile looks like. There's my little ugly mug. All you got to do is hit me up. But again, if you need to, I would definitely just DM me. I'll give you the link and we'll go from there. But I hope this helps. Any questions at all, put your questions in the comments. I will make a piece of content answering every single one of them if you would like. Have a good one, and I will see you in the next video.